Good day, brethren. The good captain here from CapnsKustomWorks. Thanks for joining us again for another episode of Liquid Considerations. This is the show where we talk about e-liquids and, how we feel about them. Which I mean in the royal we. Me. I mean, you tell me how you feel about them too, 'cause that's cool. That's why there's a comment section. So, as you know, if you've been watching this program with any regularity, every episode is a very special episode. But what makes this episode very special? Well, this episode is a reshoot, and so hopefully it will be more special than the one that I'm reshooting, because I attempted to shoot this episode already, and some things happened, and it wasn't entirely great. So, but no matter. It's not like anybody's ever gonna see it or anything, right? I've got some liquids to consider here in Liquid Considerations today. Krispy Hippie. Krispy Hippie. I've been coming to a realization. Okay, well, that being said, we're going to do this again and tell you all about what we got to talk about today. And what we have to talk about is Krispy Hippie from Dripstar. Now, this is supposed to be a crisp rice treat, if you will. Rice Krispie treat, flavored e-liquid. And this one's a little interesting in that I have found that the flavor comes out best when it's actually run in lower wattage or possibly even higher resistance devices. The more I crank this one up, the more of the baked, taste comes out of it, which might be fine, but it really seems to overwhelm the sweeter taste, that marshmallowy taste, which is what I would look for in a Rice Krispie treat. Otherwise it's just crunchy rice cereal. But, it's not bad at all. It's not bad at all. But that's the reason that I'm running this in my Kanger sub-tank as opposed to something a little more powerful like my UL Crown, which has quickly become my favorite tank that I own, or even a dripper, which, by and large, drippers tend to generate the best flavor for the vast majority of juices. But this one doesn't seem to be the case. In fact, testing it in the shop in what I'm sure was, a 1.2 ohm or something, Ego-style tester tank, really had a lot more of the sweet marshmallowy flavor in that than it does in this. Even in the Kangertech sub-tank, got the rebuildable deck in there, but I'm running a Clapton on it, so I ought to get pretty good flavor out of it. But I've only got this up at about 25, which is about as high as I care to take the Kangertech sub-tank. Even then, it's still got more of a baked flavor than it does the marshmallowy flavor. Let's have a puff on it, because I haven't even gotten to that yet. Not bad. Not bad at all. It's mild. It's mild. But that's at 25. I'm going to, just for the purposes of demonstration, take this down to 13, which is ridiculously low for this. That's what you run a Nautilus or something at, a 1.2 to 1.8 ohm tank. This is running about half, but it wasn't burning that hot. But I'm going to take this down to 13 watts. It is sweeter. It is sweeter down at 13 than it is up at 25. I'm actually surprised at the Clapton, maybe it's just because I got it good and warmed up first, but I'm surprised it's putting out that much vapor at 13 watts. Single Clapton at 13 watts, generally, I mean, if I put that in a dripper, it'd be, well, a dual coil certainly would not want to run hardly at 13 watts, but, you know, a single I would think would still be pushing it. And that is definitely sweeter. Take it back up to 25, which is, you know, 20 to 25 is normally where I like to run this sub-tank at. Yeah, that's more baked. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. So don't think I'm knocking this juice in the least, because I'm not. But it's just very interesting that this one reacts that way. Man, it's getting vapey in here now. Another thing I noticed about this one is this is one that does tend to age noticeably, in which I mean it yellows up and everything. And if you're aware, if you've been watching me before, you may know I vape zero nicotine. Nicotine free for me. So it's not nicotine darkening or anything, but that which I've had sitting in the tank is noticeably yellower. That I've got about a third of a bottle left here, and it is somewhat yellower than it was when I purchased it. Neat frosted bottles, though. That's just cool. Yeah, it's a neat little, you know, it's cosmetic, but it's neat. These guys make I think there was a line of somewhere like, yeah, 8 or 10 flavors, something like that. Nothing really grabbed me quite as much as this one did. I like this one. I think they had another desserty one that I was hoping I would like, and I didn't enjoy it quite as much. They had one that my wife kind of liked. She didn't purchase it yet, but I might pick her up a bottle. But it was called Virgin Cleavage, and it was a melon flavor. Because, you know, silly names. These all have silly names. They're one of those brands that, you know, a little bit of humor is kind of what they're all about. So. But, you know, not bad. Not bad at all. I enjoyed it. I don't know that it'd be in my regular rotation, but it's one that I've been enjoying pulling it out now and again for a milder, a desserty vape that's not as sweet, not as overwhelming, not as desserty as a lot of desserty liquids are. But I've been liking it. It's not bad. It is interesting. It's an interesting flavor. One of my buddies, I had him taste it, and he made a comparison for me that I haven't tried it yet, but a brand that he recommended called Pope Juice. And he said that they have I believe the flavor is even called Pope Crispy Treats. And he said that that is another one that is a very, very good rendition of a Rice Krispie treat. And he teaches at a technical college, and he said it's all the rage there amongst his students. And I haven't tried them yet. They seem to be a primarily online brand and fairly economical. So, you know, maybe if you're looking for something along that flavor profile, maybe give it a shot. I haven't tried it yet. But if you have, let us know. If you've tried this one, let us know. Krispy Hippie, or if you've tried anything else from the Dripstar line, let us know what you think about it. Feel free to leave your comments, or if you've got anything else that you think we ought to try here, because I love interesting vapes, and I love talking about them with you guys out there. So, thanks for watching. Thanks for liking the video, leaving your comments, subscribe if you want to see more of what I'm up to. We're not just doing liquids here. We're also reviewing some beers in my beer reviews series. We're making art, playing music, making instruments, and making other things, and doing whatever the heck strikes me at the time, because, you know, I'm the crazy person, and that's how I am. So thanks very much, as always, and we will see you all again in the real near future, whether you like it or not. Much love. Focus Pro. Stand up. Focus Pro. I used to focus on Focus Pro. Here's my hand. My hand's right here. Okay, you seem to be focused on Focus Pro.